Hello, my name's Gwen, and welcome to your practice today. We'll have some fun with Happy Baby, a somatic approach to Happy Baby. The targeted area in Happy Baby is the whole entire body, so it's an integrative pose. We will start without any props. And then we'll move to having a block underneath our pelvis. So have that close by. And if you don't have a block, use your encyclopedia or a blanket bolster. And then we're going to take this to the wall. I want to show you what Happy Baby is like using the wall as well. So an inverted Happy Baby. There's so many ways to explore this one, so I'm going to dial it into a few of my favorites. And have a bolster by the wall and your blankets. So let's start on our backs. Come onto your back. Let the head rock. The hands can rest on the belly. You can press into the feet and lift the pelvis up and lengthen the sit bones towards the heels and then roll it down. You can allow the knees to sway from side to side, the head to sway. As we start to settle. And then pause. Heel toe the feet a little wider. Let the toes come towards each other, the heels outward, and close those beautiful eyes and feel into your body, that internal landscape. Notice what it feels like to be you in this playful pose today that we'll be exploring. Feel into the breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose or the mouth. Is there any discomfort in the body? Does it feel light? How about the thoughts, that inner narrative? Is it chatting, singing, or is it quiet? Feel the quietness in the body, the eagerness, the excitement. The rhythm of your breath as you inhale and exhale through the nose or the mouth. And then we'll come straight into it when you're ready. The knees can come away from each other. One foot can come up and you'll take the horseshoe of between the thumb and the first finger right behind the back of the knee. And then the other. And then roll to one side and feel the support of the top of the arm like a wedge into the floor. And then roll over to the other side. The heels can be down or up. And then notice the wedge support between the shoulder and the elbow. One knee can bend while the other one lengthens. You can roll the foot or paddle. There's no right or wrong in half Happy Baby. And it's called half, basically just because we have our hands halfway behind the knee instead of behind on the foot. I love this version simply so that we have a built-in wedge support between the hand the elbow, and the shoulder. You can stay here for as long as you'd like, working out the kinks, moving nice and slow and rhythmically off of the spinal column from one edge of the body to the other, like a massage. The head can roll. You might even like to explore, what is it like to roll the head in the opposite direction? Find those opposing forces running up and down like a twist. Give yourself permission to stay here longer, or we'll come with the block underneath the pelvis. So let the feet come down one at a time. Take the block on the belly. If it's a book, leave it by your edge of your body. It might be a little too heavy to have on the belly. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, send the shoulders down with a press and hold that. Press the length of the arms down into the floor, fingertips. Then press into the heels, big toe, baby toe, and hover the pelvis nice and high. Take the block lengthways, so right from one hip to the other. So maybe that's widthways to you. From one side to the other on that lower spine, the back of the pelvis. Then bend the elbows and have the hands, that wedge, ready. Send one thigh into it and then the other. So now the hands will live right on the outer edges, close to where the legs meet the torso. The inner toes can stay connected, inner knees. Heels splay out. A little rock from side to side for a moment, just so that you can get your bearings first. And then the thighs can start to come a little closer to the belly. And then you can lengthen through one leg a little bit at a time and bend the other. The hand might come a little closer to the knee. Might the elbow out. You can roll the foot in one direction and then the other. The head can roll in the opposite. And then what's it like to come to the other side? Eyes are closed. Once you have the gist of it, explore. This is an inversion. The tush, the seat, is higher than the belly. Belly higher than the heart. Heart higher than the sinuses. So just like a headstand, it changes our perspective, our view. So maybe one more each side. Feel into this shape and notice. What does this feel like today? And if you'd like to come into some stillness, have the thighs come towards the belly, the feet upward, and you can pause there. If you'd like a little bit more control of this pose, then thread the right hand in between the thighs so that the knuckles of that right hand are behind that left knee. The calf will come into that hand. The fingers may be on the outside. Then go ahead and thread the other hand behind the other knee. The calf will come in, holding. And then the legs can fall away from each other. The arms are crossed in front, a little rock of the skull. You can stay here for quite some time. This is called dead bug pose. I'm not crazy about that name, but it always makes me laugh. So notice how you feel. Have some fun. Enjoy this pose for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. It feels super good. Underneath the pelvis, it doesn't have to be a block for this. So if it's too much, it's too much. Maybe 2 blankets is better. You want it softer. So approach this pose any which way that feels good. For today, 2 more breaths. Feel that breath gently pour in and pour out through the nose or the mouth. Feel that sweet surrender. And then 1 more for good luck. Then unthread the arms if they are there. Let one leg come down, 1 foot, and then the other. Arms down by your side. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, the tips of the shoulders down, length of the arms press all the way to the fingertips. Heel, big toe, baby toe. Hover over the block. Take it out. And then roll from the top of the spine to the mid-spine, lower spine, all the way down. A little rock of the knees. Feel the edges of the feet as the knees gently roll to one side to the other. A little massage where we cut off the circulation in that bottom part of the spine. You might even like to come into half happy baby a little bit to work out the kinks in that lower spine and to encourage the circulation by rolling off of the spinal column and use the wedge support of the elbow to the shoulder. Flutter the toes, move the head. Give yourself permission to stay here as long as you'd like. Or simply let's roll over to one side. Use that momentum to keep rolling all the way up, and we'll come right over to the wall. So today I will use 2 blankets. So I have 2 blankets right onto the wall. So bring your back up to the blankets and your feet on the wall or the back of the couch. Use your lower arm as a pillow, and then go ahead and walk your feet up the wall so that you roll onto your support. From here, hang on to your support and inchworm yourself a little closer to the wall. So here the knees are bent. And if you've really been in a lot of discomfort, this might be a great place to start. A little rock of the back of the skull for you. Feel the back of the skull start to walk upward and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. You might like to take one hand behind that knee in more of a supported happy baby. The foot just gently comes out and a little paddle with a rest on the wall. From here, you can stay on the same side and drag that heel. Bring it back down and then out. And then the other direction, just feel the support, and you can pause. And what's it like on the other side? Extend it out, a little paddle. And then bring it back. Almost like you're drawing a circle with the heel. The eyes can close. And then the other direction. And then from here, the feet can come right off of the wall towards you. Elbows can come down into the floor, hands on the outer edges. Gently rock to one side, a little roll of the feet one way. Take your time, maybe the other. From side to side here. Maybe both legs, like a tick-tocking. There's no agenda with babies. They just like to play and discover. What's it like to move my feet, my legs? Maybe both of them extend up in the center and come outward. And then maybe the other direction. Circling, feeling and sensing what this is like in your body. You can come into that stillness if you'd like. The feet can come up, thighs to the belly. If you love that variation of threading the arm through, knuckles on the back of the thigh, calf captures that top of the hand, and then the other. You can go ahead and come into that scenario and notice what it feels like. Feel that sweet surrender wherever you find yourself in gentle, subtle movement or stillness. Have some fun and play for just a handful more breaths here. And then one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. If the hands are threaded, unthread. Let the heels come up. Go ahead and drag them down the wall. Walk them over to one side. We'll come all the way back to our mat for Shavasana. You can use your blanket, your bolster underneath the thighs. Or if you're craving flat, please come into the legs flat. The blanket on the belly, the thighs, or the whole entire body. Knuckles heavy or hands on the belly. Come into final resting pose. Feel into the effects of happy baby. The happiness that is running through the feet, the lower leg, the knees, the thighs, through the belly, the heart, the shoulders, all the way to the center of the brain. Feel and sense and notice all the effects of that happiness permeate. And feed each cell exactly what it needs at exactly the right timing here. And if you have 5 minutes, please take that time. If you have longer, let yourself rest here as the body absorbs all of this goodness, sorts and registers all of that freedom that we found today, this playfulness. We'll close our practice here so you can visualize this part. Feel the warmth of the hands come towards each other. That beautiful appreciation for showing up. Thumbs at the sternum. Feel that support, this fierce grace that we found through our strength and our resilience to show up. A light little bow. Let's pour it out as loving kindness to all today. Namaste. And thank you for your practice.